Check it. All right, guys, this is absolutely and crazy. AMC's biggest week yet is upon us, and there are so many reasons why. We are one catalyst away, one news event away from seeing the squeeze, and I think we are seeing a massive shakeout happen before our eyes, and I think many apes are losing hope. Max fear, max pain lets me know we are close to the end, and when I see people start to capitulate and actually give up, I know that is the time to buy more. This is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion, but I analyze the facts, the data to give you guys predictions and let you know what's going on with the AMC squeeze. So let's go ahead and check out the charts, the facts, and the data and see what we have going on. Alright, welcome back to another video with Data Zero, and in this video I'm going to use the fundamental analysis and technical analysis, analyze that data, and try to give you a price prediction for AMC. I'm also going to be looking at the overall stock market and the overall events because we could be entering in a potential recession if the US economy doesn't get this whole bank situation sorted out. There's a few things on the table, but we are looking at a huge week for this week. We have the FOMC meeting on Wednesday. We also have the Fed interest rate decision on Wednesday. It's at 5%. So we could see even more downside for the market. And what did I say? If the market crashes, AMC could potentially squeeze, because why? That's exactly what happened when Volkswagen. Also, we hit a new 52-week low on Volkswagen before absolutely taking off. And unfortunately, I do have some bearish news on AMC. But I'm also going to be covering Bitcoin a lot more often. Not in this video, but I've been covering Bitcoin for quite some time. But guys, I think Bitcoin is decoupling from stocks. I think we're going to see something massive in Bitcoin. I think the bear market is over. We are breaking out of this massive falling wedge. Bullish green MACD. There is so many reasons to be bullish on Bitcoin, especially with all of this nonsense going on with the bank. They are trying to force everyone into one bank, which would easily make it available to them to introduce central bank digital currencies, which is absolutely bad for us because then they could control every asset of our lives. And I'm sorry for that rant. That is just a little something that's on the table for this week. So let's go ahead and look at the data for AMC and see what we're looking at. And I do have a potential bearish prediction. What we need to do is consolidate sideways because we are forming what is called a bear flag. So we had that vote from the down trade, and now we're consolidating in this bearish formation. This is called a bear flag, and the break of this would be about to $3.50. Now, we did have the bullishness of closing that gap, and that gap was the one thing bothering me on my mind ever since the run up to $8. So we had this nice run up from $3 to $8. But now we filled that gap, and that is looking extremely bullish. The thing that we need to see is bullish consolidation or the continuation of this potential bounce. So we could be getting a potential type of double bottom here off this $4 range. So if we get this bottom here, and we are seeing this green candle come in, which is hope for the double bottom. If we get a bottom here and then a bottom here, we could be getting that potential bounce and moving to the upside. But more likely what I'm thinking is going to happen is we're going to either just consolidate in this $4 range and consolidate sideways and probably end the week around $4 or $5. We're probably going to stay pretty flat this week, and I know people are going to be upset with me. They're not going to want to hear this, but guys, I got to be real with you. I got to tell you exactly what I see on the charts. That way my predictions are accurate, because the one thing I care about is my predictions being right. That way the people who follow my channel can make sure that they are the most informed, and that's why I do what I do. Now, some bullish aspects we have to look at are the reversal of the green 4-hour MACD going green. We also have RSI getting extremely low on the 4-hour time frame. We are also getting close to oversold on the daily, but we do have a little bit more room to the downside before we could get oversold on the daily. Also, MACD seems to move in waves. As you guys can see, we have these waves formations, and you can see that the bearish wave is ending and we are going into bullish territory. Now, there's a lot of things going on that could show that AMC could take off at any price point. So you need to not worry about if you see AMC running up, okay? Because what happened before Volkswagen squeeze. Do you know how many people probably got excited for this run up here and then got shaken out here, and then one day it just absolutely took off pre-market? It looks like that could potentially happen for AMC. So you need to not worry about where the price is currently. You need to worry about how many shares you're holding. This is not financial advice. That is just my personal opinion, because this thing could take off from any price point. As you guys can see, VW ran up and then absolutely capitulated and then dumped and then pumped. And as you guys can see, this happened over months, a period of time. So these were not just moves that happened in a day. These are weeks candles. These are weekly candles that you're looking at here. So this was weeks of bleeding out for VW before it took off one day pre-market and hit a new 52-week low. That's exactly what could be happening here, not financial advice. And there's so many indications that we could squeeze, because if you look on the weekly time frame, so if we go to the weekly time frame, we have a bullish green weekly MACD. Anytime we have this bullish green weekly MACD, we see massive pops to the upside, as you guys can see. We also can use an indicator called the Bollinger Band. So I love to use the Bollinger Bands because they indicate very large movements, okay? And as you guys can see, Bollinger Bands got tight and we got a pop to the upside. Now, they were overextended because of that move, but Bollinger Bands got tight, pop to the upside. Now, as you guys can see here, Bollinger Bands are getting tight once again, and we are going to get a potential pop to the upside. As you guys can see, the Bollinger Bands are getting very constricted on the weekly time frame. They are very constricted. So we could see a massive movement at any time, and it could be a bullish movement because we have all these other factors like AMC's cost to borrow. And as you guys can see, the cost to borrow is moving to the upside. It was staying around the 100% region, but it is moving to about the 170, 160% region. This is AMC's cost to borrow in chart form. This is looking extremely bullish. This puts pressure on the shorts on how much they have to borrow to start new short positions, and also it makes their yearly average on what it costs to hold the short more expensive. We also have huge short interest. A lot of short interest is good for a short squeeze. Obviously, you need short interest for a short squeeze. We are at 24.39%. Stocks squeeze off of 8 to 10% short interest. We have 24% short interest. Things are looking extremely bullish in my personal opinion. If we go to Stonko Tracker, let's go ahead and go to Stonko Tracker and put that on and see what our call options are looking like for AMC, see what type of gamma we have for AMC. So if we can get above that crucial $5 to $6 level that I've been looking at every time, and that's why they want to keep us below that level, because things get very crazy very quickly when we get above that level. As you guys can see from last week, how we've seen all that massive price action. It's once you get above $5 to $6. And if the call options change shows that, you can see there's an insane amount of call options. Now, this is last week's data. It will update, but you can still use it to determine gamma. But as you guys can see, we have a massive amount of call options around the $10 mark. But if we can get above that $5 to $6 range, you could see a gamma ramp pushing us clearly to the upside. And that is another reason why AMC can take off any time. We also have these massive amount of failure to delivers. So all of this data in the background is giving me the pressure that's gonna make AMC pop. This is the stuff that I look at to know if a short squeeze is even possible. And these metrics are insane. That is what you guys need to understand. It doesn't matter what the price is. It matters what's going on in the background. And as you guys can see, VW hit a new low before running up to over 1,000 US dollars. Okay, so this is marked in euros, but if you put that in US dollars, it's about 1,200 US dollars for the peak of Volkswagen. So absolutely massive. And the thing that was crazy is it kind of bottomed, ran up like AMC did, and now it's dumping. AMC bottomed, now it's running up, and now it's dumping again. We could see something potentially massive. And here is another reason why we're talking about the failure to delivers. As you guys can see, failure to delivers is at almost at an all-time high. We're at about 11,000 FTDs, 12,000 or 12 million FTDs, and we do have FTDs coming home to roost. T plus 35 closeout date. As you guys can see, we have FTDs coming due all next week. These are the dates here. As you guys can see, FTD is coming due all next week. So this could put bullish pressure on AMC at any time. And again, it's another metric to let me know what is going on in the background. So we have all of this crazy economics going on with the Fed's rate to the decision to raise the height rate. We have the banks failing, which could again potentially cause AMC to squeeze. Things like Credit Suisse falling apart, which holds a huge amount of AMC shorts. All of these things could pop off at any time at all. I think we are going to see, as far as the technical analysis is concerned, again, I think we're going to be around that $4 to $5 range for the end of the weekly close. That is my prediction as of now. I will adjust the prediction as the week goes on, but my prediction is at $4 to $5 for the weekly close. If we look at the max pain, it is at $5. Now again, this is just one data point of many, but I put it in my data analysis because you need all of the data to make the right decisions. And right now I'm thinking AMC is basically going to consolidate, and it is going to stay sideways and then go to about $4 to $5 in the end of this week. Sorry about that, just had a small technical glitch. Go ahead and pull Weeble back up so we can do the technical analysis, but that is what I am predicting. So as you guys can see, we are forming this bullish or this bear flag, so this could be a breakdown to about $3.50. This would take about 1 to 3 days to happen. If we consolidate and stay sideways, or we get the bounce, that would be the break of this bear flag that we need, and that I would need to see to say, hey, this is not happening anymore. But I gotta keep it 100 with you guys when I see the data. But you guys need to remember that we can squeeze from any price point. So do not get discouraged, because how many people do you think were shaken out before that move? How many people you think sold? That's not going to be me. That is not going to be me. So guys, that is basically the video. Again, I'm thinking we're going to close about $4 to $5 at the end of this week, but we could squeeze from any price point. So I'm just looking for the trigger, whatever catalyst it might be, whatever bank failing might be. We are one news event, one catalyst away, and they are doing everything they can to discourage you, shake you out, and they are going to dump this thing, make it run, do all types of things. But guys, you need to remember, buying and holding is the only way to make it to MOAS. That is not financial advice. That is just my personal opinion. But guys, basically that is the video. Tune in for my next videos to see what's going on with AMC. I'm also going to be dropping more videos later today, updating you guys on everything else you need to know. Hopefully you found the video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content, and as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright guys, that was the video. Remember, we are one catalyst away, one bank failure away, one raise hike away from seeing AMC squeeze. The data in the background is crazy. I don't think we'll see anything happen as far as the vote is concerned price-wise until April 27th, which, if overturned, could trigger the MOAS instantly. But before then, we could see any black swan, anything that could be the final straw to break the camel's back and allow AMC to squeeze. The data in the background says it all. The price doesn't matter. You see from history, the price doesn't matter. VDUB hit a new 52-week low before running up. So don't be shaken out. Not financial advice. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.